Hello and welcome to the Magic of Boots. We're going to cover Chelsea versus Arsenal game that just finished. Flipped to you.
Yeah, it was interesting from Chelsea perspective. There were a few things they can take at home. Yeah, since from the beginning it was like raining, pouring rain, and Arsenal loses control of the ball quite a few times, which is not an excuse, should not be. But teams like City, Arsenal, pitch can affect their tempo sometimes. So, but the most interesting thing is Chelsea shape. As you can see in the board, they sort of created like a 4-2-2-2 formation with yeah. Sorry, just a moment. Yeah. Yeah, like this. So whenever Arsenal center backs were getting the ball, David Ray pushed out a little bit, and they just both of their how can I say? I don't know if I can say them as a forward or midfielder, because
Forward, probably.
this yeah more or yeah. So like these four players are like really close. So as you can see, there aren't any sort of space. Kukurea played probably his best game since by Brighton days. Yeah, but what Arsenal was facing is like how can I say in the what can I say that? Yeah, a defensive position when Chelsea was pressing is sort of like this, and they are not letting any spaces inside. It was sort of like at the end product. It was the same idea as City did, try to block this position, but then how can I say? Yeah, Zinchenko came in the midfield, tried to overflow, like how can I say? Uh, Make a balance inside like 4v4. So basically sort of how can I say cancel out everyone, and Arsenal was giving away so many loose balls in the mm, mid pitch, and there weren't any sort of like passing sequence in the beginning. They tried to find a way, but I think they were focused too much on the build up, and I think before their first goal, they did not have any sort of an end product at all. There weren't any sort of shots on target or anything. And kudos to Chelsea. Thiago Silva made quite some, how can I say, some brilliant tackles, and some he actually just escaped. But overall, it was like well, they put Arsenal on the toe all the time, and Arsenal was always like looking for the build up, and um, I think Kai Havertz should have actually played the game. Instead, again, I am saying that because at times Jorginho was slowing down the game, and whenever
He
they
plays a
were
different
trying to
sports.
like, yeah, exactly, like it was not his game. Also, Zinchenko, I think, was like he was missing a lot of balls, like also passing sequence, and there weren't any sort of link up and between these four players, and that's why Arsenal looked poor. Jorginho and Arsenal. I don't think Jorginho and Zinchenko should be in the um, build-up phase, because Starling played like like really good game. Also Mudryk. Um, but the problem was that like Arsenal, when Arsenal was getting their like getting the ball, they were like really slow in the build-up. So when Tomiyasu came in the second half, it looked a little bit better. Um, Other than that, like I was a little bit disappointed because Arteta should have actually counter how can I say, countered this strategy, because they played sort of similar formation against City.
Mhm.
I think there was another game they played. It was sort of like similar block in the high up of the pitch. David Raya made horrible mistake in the second goal. He was too pushed up. Even he was like outside of the fast post, and Mudryk took the shot. I think it was a transitional moment. They lost the ball there, and it was sort of like the two center backs versus two Sterling and Palmer or something like that. This sort of situation. Yeah, and Modric actually got the ball from, I think, Kenzo or someone else. I forgot which one, or Gallagher, or Kukurea, not Kukurea, probably Enzo. And he took the shot, and it was just a lob over the goalkeeper and scored the second one. And for the first one, it was another horrible mistake. As you know, that like since the World Cup, whenever you are diving, how can I say, or trying to win the ball on the air, you shouldn't actually put your hands up. And Saliba was putting his hands up wide, and that actually gave them the penalty. And Cole Palmer took the shot and scored the goal. So yeah, like both of the goal came from defensive mistakes. Also, I think Chelsea's conceded from the defensive mistakes. So it was not that much. Only interesting take from the game is that like Chelsea uh, gave has given Arsenal a task to solve, and they did not solve it right away. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice way of putting it. But I thought for a time being, Chelsea somehow 2 goals up, and you have like I don't know how long, almost like another half of game to go, right?
Yeah,
I think it made them more nervous than they should have been. They looked so
yeah, true.
nervous on the ball, the players. I don't know.
Be because none of the players can control the midfield. They did like wonderful job of the ball, but to see out the game, they they don't have this sort of players actually.
I would argue they
Um,
might have players, but I don't think they have the confidence. At this point, it's so it you can see in the touches of the players, like they're so nervous of doing these things wrong, and they don't want to keep it moving. Um, that's where I thought Arsenal just sniffed. Okay, they might have a chance to come back, and actually 2-0 should have been easily dealt with.
yeah, true, true. But actually, substitute played a little part
Yeah,
here because when Jorginho came off, Declan Rice was in the pivot position, and um, Zinchenko came off in the second half, and Tomiyasu came in, and he was brilliant because Sterling was basically in his pocket the whole time, and they could not make anything from the right side of the pitch. Then they put in where is he? Trossard again.
yeah.
Arsenal's probably best super sub
Hmm.
this season. And Odegaard came off, and Smith Rowe came in, and I think yeah, finally have Havertz came in. But he was played in this sort of position. Yeah, and then Kitia came off. So there was a lot of change, and basically Rice was at like around like 70 minutes or like after 60 minutes, he was brilliant. He was basically winning the ball and driving. I think he lost the ball once here.
Hmm.
Other than that, he was basically driving the whole thing, and he was the sort of leader they needed actually at the time.
Hmm.
But Nketiah missed a half chances. any other striker would have scored.
Yeah, no,
um,
that's another good point. I mean, I think Arsenal do need a good backup striker if they want to bring someone
yeah,
in.
true,
Yeah,
true, true. Yeah, like at times for link up play, but sometimes they do overdone
overdo it.
actually.
Exactly.
This is yeah, the link up play plus the how can I say? Because sometimes you just need to get the ball to the forwards and put the forwards in the front of the goal,
Mm.
and then the forward line. I think they
Especially
should they should
with
actually score.
Thiago Silva, with respect, he's aging after
Yeah,
certain
they should have
minutes.
actually target him
Exactly. Just
with Martinelli.
yeah, go for him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, true, exactly. So yeah, they should have actually do done so many things, and I think it's a little bit. I don't know, like because of the rain, Arteta's brain probably freeze or something like that. I don't know. But they should have actually brought Havertz a little bit earlier to win the second balls, and because if they are not giving the space, then you can go long, and Raya is a
Yeah.
really good distributor.
Mhm.
So why not? So they should have actually solved this problem a little bit earlier.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah,
Nothing more to add from my side. I just saw the tension on the Chelsea players' face, and they're really
yeah,
nervous on their touches and stuff. And Arsenal Rice basically coming into that position changed it. But it was kind of on the script. You kind of knew, like, once Jorginho is gone, then there might be a different tempo to this game.
yeah. True. I think Arsenal wanted to like cool down Stamford Breeze a little
It
bit,
was
but
already
it,
raining.
it was
It was cool.
yeah, yeah. But that I think two mistakes in two matches from Arteta.
Mhm.
One like not playing Havertz, especially in this sort of game, you want to like they were not getting any spaces through the middle. So why not go long? Then
Mhm.
the players will have doubts. So that like Gallagher's, I saw their opening position before the press. It was sort of like the four midfielders were like really close. They're not giving any sort of space and anything. Um, then they started like jumping and push forward. And even they press the goalkeeper sometimes. So why not go long and win the ball there and try to? Because when Arsenal started winning the second ball or attacking the second ball or third balls, and Chelsea started like getting a little bit nervous, and then that's when you put like pressure on other, and the problem was that like Arsenal was taking pressure on themselves,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's not good.
yeah. And any other better team than Chelsea would have made them pay.
Yeah, 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 true.
Anyway, I think uh, I've said whatever I have to say. Do you have anything else to add?
Not really. But it was interesting game. A little bit disappointed. Like should have, could have. They
Yeah,
should have actually
yeah,
the resources they have. They
yeah.
should have actually solved the problem.
Well, yeah. Let's put it that way. The rain freezes the brain.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay. I'll wrap it up for this game.